you guys brought your seat belts. These teams fly up and down the floor.
I'm strapped in. I locked it in. I'm ready to go. This is a matchup I've been looking forward to. I love these fast-paced ones.
Yeah, me too. But the big question is, who can slow the other one down? I also think dictating the pace is going to be key right here.
Now here's Cardoso. Here's Diggins. It's good, and she makes her first shot of the game.
I know it's fun to sit back and enjoy watching her operate. And guess what? That's what the D was doing too. Just sitting back and watching. Have to be more active.
Reese with it. She's guarded by Stevens. Reese gets the bucket.
Well, we saw this in her collegiate career. The fear of contact does not exist in Angel Reese.
And here is Vandersloot. Cardoso. Guarded by Jones. One place this Chicago team needs to improve is their three-point shooting.
Well, the Sky were last in the WNBA in threes made per game at just about 5. They also took the least amount of triples, so I would say that's a point of emphasis with this team.
Shooting 2.
That one's off. So she comes up empty at the line. And for this Atlanta team, it's been a long time since they've won a playoff series.
More than a decade at this point. 2013 was their last series win. 2018, their last year over 500. So Dream fans are hungry for a winner.
Now here is Howard. Picked by Reese. Three-pointer. It's Cardoso with the rebound. Pass to Diggins. Jackson outside. The three-pointer, no good. Now here's Jones. Covered by Cardoso. And here's Reese. And here's Ryan Howard from the arc. A rebound by Camila Cardoso. On offense, here are the Sky. Pass to Vandersloot. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Now here is Stevens, guarded by Jones. Stevens in the post, working on Jones. The shot by Stevens, no good. For 3, Ryan Howard. That doesn't go either from Ryan Howard.
She may have been surprised to find herself so open, and maybe that's why she missed.
Pass to Vandersloot. From downtown, Green with the rebound. Outside Canada. Howard. Cans it from downtown.
Wow, Howard with the quick release.
Here's Diggins. Now Cardoso. Guarded by Jones. Courtney Vandersloot for 3. And once again off the mark by Chicago. Pass to Howard for 3. Good. And Jordan Canada gets the assist.
I mean, that's just too easy for Howard. Is the defense going to rush her off the three-point line, or is she going to make these all night long?
Here's Diggins. Vandersloot outside. Here's Diggins to stop the drought. And the 3 ball is good.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there, Tim.
It's been a lot of fun to watch.
Now here's Gray. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Outside Howard. Fires from deep. And the Dream, another 3.
Well, Howard is a big-time scorer, so you just knew she wanted those 3 points back.
Pass to Jackson. Cardoso. Here's Diggins. Stevens. Reese defending. Out to the left wing. Clock at 6. Back to Stevens. And she banks in the layup.
Stevens can score from anywhere, but on the interior is where the defense really has to worry about her.
Pass to Jones. Shoots over Cardoso. And again, the dream score.
She had her head on a swivel and was able to still pick out the pass and get the assist.
Here's Diggins. Cardoso. Guarded by Jones. Inside. And the basket by Diggins.
She always knows where her teammates are going to be, and she'll have that ball there waiting for them.
Gray outside. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Lots of great players in this league, but guys, give me your favorites to watch.
Well, I got to go with the player everyone is coming out to see, Caitlin Clark. Her level of skill is just unreal.
Yeah, Clark hits 30-footers like they're nothing. And in the next trip, she's throwing a bullet pass. She is so much fun to watch.
And that one misses. And last year, the Dream made the playoffs for the 2nd straight season.
Yeah, remember they missed 4 straight postseasons before that. So Atlanta, I would say, is headed in the right direction. The addition of Ryan Howard was a huge reason why.
And she sinks the second. Chicago trailing here. Here's Diggins. She has 7. There's the triple. Sinks the three-pointer.
No one is better than Vandersloot at recognizing and picking out open teammates. She has out of this world court vision.
Pass to Jones. Canada. 3, Ryan Howard. Good. And Jordan Canada gets the assist.
Just on fire from beyond the arc.
Seems like just about all her points are coming from deep.
And a basket by Cardoso.
That pass led her so perfectly, she didn't even have to break stride.
To the paint. And that one's good. Jones.
These inside looks are what Jones is all about, and she knows how to outwork the defense.
Here's Diggins. Guarded by Canada. Pass to Stevens. It's good for her second make. 2 for 3 so far.
There has not been much defense to speak of yet, has there?
Nope. It's been all offense all the time here early.
Now here's Howard. She's got 12. Gray outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
Here's Diggins. Guarded by Canada. And the basket by Diggins.
They'll want to generate more of those shots in tight.
Atlanta in the lead. Now here is Canada. Quiet so far offensively, searching for her first points of the game. For 3, Ryan Howard. It falls for her 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, when you look at all the different ways that Howard can score from all 3 levels, you just imagine that there's going to be many, many nights like this from her.
And the basket by Diggins.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
Now here is Canada. On the wing, Ryan Howard. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Diggins. Cardoso. Guarded by Howard. 18 feet out. And it's Chicago with another.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it did not work. Not if it results in that shot.
Pass to Gray. Outside Reese. And here's Ryan Howard from the arc. They get it again. Second shot opportunity. Oh, Cardoso with the block. Here's Diggins. This one for three. A rebound by Gray.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
Now here's Howard. She's got 15. Reese. That's good, and it's Ryan Howard with the assist.
Most of the time, Howard is looking to score. But right there, she smartly gives it away to someone with a better shot.
And few WNBA players have garnered more attention than Angel Reese.
Well, she's just so charismatic, and Reese says what she thinks. Fans love that. And on the floor, she's a double-double machine.
It's good from long range.
And if you leave anyone that wide open, you're just asking them to punish you, and they did there.
Gray outside. Back to Howard. 5 to shoot. They waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Things are really clicking for Howard on the offensive end, and her team should keep feeding her when she's on a roll like this.
Pass to Vandersloot. And here is Stevens. Reese defending. Sheldon gets the bucket. Now Howard. 18 points for her. It's 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offline with the 3. And so that's a lot of scoring in a competitive first quarter. Sky out in front, up 2. And we'll bring you the start of quarter 2 when we return. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And when you consider how the Sky are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
The work they've done to get in close offensively, the difference right now.
And I like that they aren't settling for outside shots. Just keep attacking the rim.
Very aggressive. And these two teams continue to trade punches back and forth like heavyweight fighters.
The momentum swings are impossible to keep track of. The energy in this building just keeps changing.
It's been such a crazy game.
Offensive rebound. Goes back up. And the bucket is good from Cardoso indeed. The dream trail. Pass to Kone. Pow. From outside the arc. That one doesn't drop.
Well, with a clear look at the basket, she doesn't really miss a lot of those.
And here's Carrington. Off target with the 3. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Now here's Pow. She's guarded closely. Drills the 3-pointer.
She might not be the top sharpshooter in this league, but that's not a shot that D can afford to give to her.
Vandersloot outside. Outside Stevens. Carrington outside. The 3 is up. The shot that time not on target. It's pass to Pow. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. The pick by Jones. Shoots from 12. Pow can't get it to go. Sky trail. Vandersloot with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. The 3. And once again off the mark by Chicago. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Kune, covered by Carrington. From deep, drills it from outside.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's Vandersloot. Stevens. The shot is good, and so is her shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
That's what I call pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open teammate was.
And the dream call time here. For those joining us, we're in the second quarter with just about 3 minutes gone by. Pass to Jones. From deep, Alicia Gray. Stevens grabs the board.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
Yep, that goes.
That pass into the paint was dead on target.
Atlanta leading. Pass to Pow Pow. Gray. Connects from three-point range.
What a performance. Every three she puts up, it's going down. She is in the zone.
Here's Diggins. She's got 15. Vandersloot outside. Outside Stevens. Diggins. Clock at 4. Left side Sheldon. Here's Stevens. That one is good. She has missed only 1 of her 6 shots from the floor.
And I like the energy Stevens showed right there, refusing to quit on the offensive glass.
Now here's Pow Pow. For 3. And the dream, another 3.
You know, some players you can give that shot to, but let me be clear. She is not one of them. Terrible job by the defense.
Here's Diggins. Yes, once again for her on an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Was not phased at all by the bigger defender on her, and in the low block, I thought she might be a little phased.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that would be her comfort zone, but hey, she looked pretty comfortable right there, didn't she?
And here's Hillman. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. But they get it back.
Didn't find a very good shot there, but 2 points is 2 points.
Here's Diggins. 17 points in the game. Pass to Vandersloot. Diggins. Beyond the arc. Here's Cardoso. That one drops for her.
Coach has always told me that if you battle for offensive rebounds, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like she got there.
Here's Pow Pow. Hillman, covered by Cardoso. Now Hillman. Shot clock at 6. Here's Pow Pow. And Atlanta, another bucket. And it's the Sky Ball. It's a 5-point game. Hailing from America's finest city, San Diego, California, none other than Tahina Pow Pow.
Growing up, she trained with another San Diego legend, Kelsey Plum. Similar to her mentor, Pow Pow is a stellar guard who plays with an edge and sees the floor very well.
Now a timeout called by Chicago. here's Cardoso. She's got 8. Pass to Sheldon. Here's Diggins. Guarded by Canada. 5 on the clock. Shoots it. Rejected by Ryan Howard.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get it off in time.
Canada with it.
She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Pass to Howard. There's the 3. Good. And Jordan Canada gets the assist.
That's a great shot from Howard. She's out here to score as much as possible.
Here's Diggins.
17 points in the game.
Now here's Cardoso.
To the inside. Shot left block.
And the basket by Diggins.
And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
Now here's Howard. 21 points in the game.
She is definitely making her presence felt here in the first half, shooting it so efficiently.
Here's Diggins.
Jacks up a 3.
It's hauled in by Angel Reese.
Outside Canada.
Pass to Hillman.
Gray.
And here is Howard.
Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Now here's Vandersloot. Gray defending. Sheldon outside.
Shoots the 3.
Cardoso inside. Reese defending.
They blow the whistle just as she gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Well, this recent era of WNBA hoops has been one defined by super teams.
Yeah, and those super teams generated an enormous amount of interest, which has really helped push the league forward.
And look, I think expansion is going to spread out some of that talent, which means we might be entering a new era, one that's characterized by parity.
And here's Canada. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Down low. Hillman, that's good.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. A nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
Now Vandersloot.
Pass to Diggins.
Vandersloot. No good with the triple.
I'm not sure why she keeps trying her luck from deep. It's just not working for her.
Howard, that's good.
And even against stiff interior defense, Howard stays committed. She never even thought about giving up on the play.
Here's Diggins.
19 points in the game. Pass to Vandersloot.
And here's Sheldon.
Let's go with a 3. That one is off. Now here is Canada. Tight defense on her. Howard. On the wing, Alicia Gray. Vandersloot defending. Deep Alicia Gray. Rebound Chicago.
On an open look like that, she's just got a gift for making the weak coverage pay.
That's a surprising miss. She's almost always deadly when she's that open, even from way downtown.
Here's Diggins.
The 3 ball. Good on the triple.
Well, she's been the key to their offense. She's been their offense with the way she shot the ball.
Yeah, her percentage today has been through the roof. She is definitely not the one who's put them in this hole.
And the first half now in the books. Dream out in front. They're up by 9. And don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. The second half just about to get going here.
Oh, and there's no way around it. Ryan Howard has been sensational.
What a first half it was for her, well surpassing her average point totals up to this stage.
Yeah, she's on pace for a monster game.
Atlanta in the lead. Pass to Jones. Gray. Vandersloot defending. Now here is Canada. Looking for her first basket still in this one. And she misses her first shot of the game. Here's Chicago now. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot two. It's going to be on Alicia Gray.
Never afraid to take it inside. Even at 5'8", Vandersloot finds ways to get free throws.
She's off on the first.
Guys, there's really no debate. When it comes to assists, Courtney Vandersloot is the GOAT.
No argument here. 7 assist titles in her career. Easily the best assist average in league history. Vandersloot is a wizard with the rock.
And the second free throw, good.
The under-recruited going to college, called too short. Courtney Vandersloot has always had a chip on her shoulder and has always defied expectations.
Pass to Howard. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
She threaded the bounce pass in there so smoothly.
Here's Diggins.
Vandersloot outside.
Now Cardoso.
6 to shoot.
Here's Diggins.
And that one's in too. She has missed only 3 of the 13 shots she's attempted.
She is setting this place on fire. Her shooting has been off the charts.
Outside Howard. Canada. Back to Howard. Lets it go from deep.
It's Cardoso with the rebound.
The Sky Trail. Pass to Vandersloot.
On the wing, J.C. Sheldon.
Takes the 3.
It's hauled in by Reese.
You know, you watch her and you see her mechanics are totally out of whack right now. She's lost all feel for her shot.
Yeah, and it's not hard to tell. You know, just look at her numbers right now. Nothing is going down for her. It's a one-man show out there, guys. Looks like she's willing to handle all the offensive duties for them.
Pass to Stevens. Vandersloot outside.
Diggins.
To the middle.
Cardoso.
Yes, once again. And she remains a perfect 6 attempts, 6 makes.
Oh, it's a good thing she showed up today because without her, they'd be in deeper trouble.
And the dream call time here. Howard, defended by Sheldon.
Hey, get outside!
The 3. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
Zero hesitation from Jones. Knew what she wanted to do.
Vandersloot with it.
Sheldon outside. Pass to Diggins.
Just 5 to shoot. The rebound by Gray.
Reese.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Outside Howard. Pass to Gray. Three-pointer. The rebound by the Sky.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Back to Stevens.
Now Cardoso.
The tray.
It's hauled in by Angel Reese.
Outside Canada. Takes it to the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
What heart. Canada beats the D inside, just wanting it more.
Here's Diggins.
Guarded by Canada. Over to the left wing. Left side, Stevens.
Diggins.
From the arc. Can't get it to drop. Her 5th miss, and she's made 10 of 15. Pass to Canada.
Back to Reese.
Howard. And Azare Stevens picks up the foul. That is her first foul of the game. Outside Canada. Shot clock at 5. Lets the 3 fly.
Cardoso gets the board.
On offense, here the Sky. They trail by 14. Pass to Vandersloot.
Here's Diggins.
Tries to snap the cold streak. That's good, and so Courtney Vandersloot gets the assist.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Outside Howard.
The number 1 pick in the 2022 draft, Ryan Howard has had a great start to her career.
Yeah, winning Rookie of the Year, and she's been at about 17 points per game over her first 3 seasons. Howard's provided a serious scoring punch, and she's only getting better, guys.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And she makes the first.
And we've had this new playoff format for a few years now. How are you guys liking it?
I love it. I think it's great. You know, the 1-8 bracket, I think that's great. We really get to see the best 2 teams in the final. It doesn't matter if they're in the East or the West.
And I was a fan of the new best of 3 first-round series. We used to have those one-game winner-take-all rounds. I like that they expanded the total number of games in the postseason. You know, Ryan Howard has got a good sense for finding her shots, and she is always ready to attack, which means the defense essentially has to watch her at all times.
Time called here. The Sky decide to talk it over. Here's Stevens. She's got 10.
On the wing, J.C. Sheldon.
Pass to Vandersloot. Launches it. And it's Atlanta with the rebound. Gray outside. Out to Howard. Outside Canada. Gray. And here's Ryan Howard from the arc.
A basket good off the assist from Alicia Gray.
That is some dime dropping, exquisite assist.
Pass to Stevens.
Here's Cardoso.
Guarded by Jones.
Here's Diggins.
27 points for her. Here's Stevens. Can't hit from in close.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy because 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup.
Gray outside.
And here's Ryan Howard from the arc. It's Cardoso with the rebound. Pass to Diggins. Stevens the screen.
Vandersloot right side. And she's good on the 3 ball.
Well, Vandersloot is more than capable of knocking down shots from downtown, and that does a lot for her team's spacing.
Now here's Howard. Gray outside. Back to Howard.
Picked by Reese.
Tries it from 19. Off the left rim and out.
The defenders cannot lose track of her because usually that shot will go down.
Here's Diggins. Reese defending.
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the line.
It's going to go on Angel Reese. After missing the 2023 season on maternity leave, it's great to have Skylar Diggins back in action.
No doubt. One of the most dynamic guards the league has ever seen. Diggins didn't miss a beat, averaging 15 points and 6 assists last year. Into her mid-30s, she's still got it.
And Atlanta has possession. 10-point lead.
And here's Pow Pow.
8 points for her. Back to Gray. Takes the 3.
A rebound by Camila Cardoso.
Vandersloot outside. Out to the right wing. Good on the shot, and that shades the lead to single digits.
The shot finally dropping for them in bunches, and the complexion of this game has changed.
That was the only thing that could have brought them back in this game. Everything had to start falling. Boy, have they gotten hot.
That type of D, it's just not going to cut it. They got to get a hand in her face. Too good of a shooter.
To the inside. And she makes that one.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Pow Pow on the wing.
And it's off from 3-point range. Chicago trailing here.
Here's Diggins.
30 points in the game. Vandersloot right side. 6 on the shot clock.
Here's Cardoso.
The 3-pointer off the mark.
Here's Hillman. Covered by Cardoso. Hillman, that's good.
That's what they wanted to do. You'd like to see that every time down the floor.
Now Vandersloot.
Pass to Cardoso. Diggins.
Vandersloot outside.
Screen by Cardoso. They get it back. Here's Diggins. A rebound by Hillman.
It's very dangerous to leave her open like that. Lucky break for the D that she missed it.
Here's Kune. Banked in off the glass.
Down there in the low post is where you want to create a lot of your offense.
Here's Diggins.
Fires for 3. That shot, no good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Dream. They lead by 13. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And we're getting underway in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things can change. Vandersloot outside.
Pass to Sheldon. Now Banham.
Vandersloot
Left side, Sheldon.
from past the arc. Doesn't go that time.
Those have been some terrible shot choices, Blake. That was not good at all.
Hillman, that's good.
A big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose, guys.
And that goes for both ends of the floor. They've been controlling the action everywhere.
Just dominant.
Pass to Stevens. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw line.
Yeah, I love seeing bigs like Stevens that shoot well from the free throw line. And to me, it's really just a testament to their quest for perfection. They want to have all parts of their game be efficient.
And the first one drops.
You know, as good as Stevens is inside, she breaks the mold of your typical WNBA big. She can stretch a defense as good as anyone.
No good on the second, so she hits 1 of 2. Fourth quarter of basketball, we're about 1 minute into it. Pass to Jones.
Shoot the J.
Here's the 3. The rebound by the Sky.
Now here's Cardoso.
Yo, look this way.
Vandersloot.
Down low. Over here. Oh, hit me.
Back to Cardoso. Now Sheldon.
Looking to get it going.
It's rebounded by Kune.
Yeah, she'll be disappointed with herself. That's one she expects to make.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it.
Pass to Pow Pow.
Puts up a 3. That one is good. She has missed only 1 of her 6 shots from the floor.
They come out of halftime smoking hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and as hot as they are from out there, there's absolutely no reason not to just keep letting them fly.
I agree, Brian. They should all have the green light.
And here's Banham.
That's good, and so Courtney Vandersloot gets the assist.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the 3 right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
Now here's Pow Pow.
Vandersloot defending. Shots good by Jones.
Good ball movement. She put that pass in the ideal spot, and I can guarantee you her teammate appreciated it.
Pass to Cardoso.
Hey, yo, right here.
Sheldon.
And there's the 3-second violation.
She's not doing them any favors making those kind of errors.
Especially now with every possession being a critical one for them at this point.
Just the worst time for it to happen.
Hits it from 3-point range.
Superb assist. She was crafty, creative, and the ultimate teammate on that play.
Here's Diggins.
Gray defending. Outside Stevens. Just 5 on the clock.
Back to Sheldon.
Launches a 3. And Jones pulls it down. From 20 feet out.
Outside for Pow Pow.
Tries again. And Atlanta, another bucket.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Pass to Diggins.
Tries the spin move. Back to Vandersloot. Can they get it? And she lays it up and in.
Oh, when you're in trouble, get it to Courtney Vandersloot. Let her go to work.
Gray with it.
Hey, look over here.
Up top, Jones. And a miss there on the triple. And it's the sky ball. 19-point game.
Pass to Cardoso.
Vandersloot.
Come on, watch the cutter. Help me out.
Here's Diggins.
Gray defending.
Screen by Cardoso. And the basket by Diggins.
Well, she's scoring most of their points, but she can't score them all. She needs some help if they're going to come back.
Now here's Pow Pow.
Back to Gray. And that one good.
With the wide array of offensive moves, Gray will pretty much make you pick your poison when you're guarding her.
Pass to Cardoso.
Vandersloot.
Yo, here I come.
Here's Diggins. Screen by Cardoso.
And again, it's the sky from deep.
I mean, the only explanation is someone must have gotten their signals crossed if she winds up that wide open in three-point range. And I'm sure that was not the plan.
Gray with it. Stevens covering. Shot from 12. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Quality look from Gray. I mean, she's going to shoot it from there when she gets the chance every time.
Hey, switch back with me. Ice.
Pass to Cardoso. Here's Diggins.
Fires the three. And Jones pulls it down.
Now Hillman. Covered by Cardoso.
Back to Jones. Over Stevens. And Atlanta, another bucket.
Well, they wanted a strong finish in the fast break, so they get it to Jones, who hustles in transition.
Here's Diggins.
Hey, keep moving.
And stolen by Gray.
Pass to Hillman.
Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
That pass allowed her to get straight to the rim in perfect stride.
Here's Diggins. Sheldon outside.
Puts up a three. Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, you might not think of her as a true ace from three-point range, but the shot was there for her.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Well, they want to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and now's the time to do it.
Yeah, there was clearly some things going on out there that the coaching staff just wasn't a fan of.
The Dream making a switch here.
Here's Reese.
Canada. Pass to Gray.
And here is Howard.
Shot clock at 6. Back to Gray. The three.
Camila Cardoso gets the board.
A challenging stretch for Chicago here. Vandersloot left side. Stevens. That's good. And so Courtney Vandersloot gets the assist.
Well, Vandersloot's unselfishness is part of what makes her so special. She loves to create for others.
Outside Canada. Howard with the ball. Williams there. On the wing, Alicia Gray.
Picked by Reese.
From deep, Alicia Gray. Rebound, Chicago.
Well, she's definitely a threat from deep, but it just hasn't been going for her tonight. She might want to avoid that shot for a while.
Steps back. The shot's good.
That's a move very few players can make, guys. Sensational stuff.
The Dream on offense. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Jones outside. Pass to Howard. Now here's Gray. And here is Jones.
Covered by Cardoso.
Fades. Shot's good by Jones.
I'd say that's it, guys. They're not coming back from this one.
Nope. Any chance of that happening has long since passed.
And we're still here.
Vandersloot left side. Stevens. To the paint. And stolen by Alicia Gray.
Stay here.
And here's Canada. Outside Howard. Lets it go from deep.
Camila Cardoso gets the board.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks.
Watch the cutter. Help me out.
Pass to Diggins.
Williams.
Here's Diggins.
Started by Canada. So no problem for Atlanta as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them, and this building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
That's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them a chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that's a wrap, everyone.